Hello! How is everybody? Welcome back this week. And we're just going to jump right in with carrying on with this horse's eye after Phil's nice comment of microphones on the card. Never mind. Right, can I have the overhead, please? Thank you very much.
Let's see why not.
And we are going to, when I can find the zoom in button, we'll zoom in. It's there. Zoom right in. There we go. So we've got that, and the horse is reflection. That looks better actually, doesn't it? Yeah. Horse's eye is coming along just nicely. I'm going to be using the Spear shader. It's great for shading because it's at a 45-degree angle. You've got the sides, and then I've got the point that I can use for adding details. You giggling at already?
Nick says, Kez, your back's working.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Phil turned it on for me first. So I'm actually going to put this machine on a number 3. I'm using the Optima.
Doesn't mean you actually put it on.
What? Oh, my mic. Yes, I put my mic on and I checked it. Now you're deafening everybody.
No, I turned my mic off for that.
I'd never be quick enough. Choke and turn your mic off at the same time. Anyway, we'll leave him choking over there in the corner. We've got this Optima on a number 3. I'm using the Spear shader, and we're going to be doing some shading. So we're going to, excuse me, we revived this fly last week. So what I'm going to do is got some darker area in just here, so we're going to get this in, hence why I've got it on a number 3, because this machine runs pretty high. You can see it's starting, it gets in there pretty fast with this. So just going down the side of that fly. Now what I'm going to be using is the side of this shader, so I've tilted it ever so slightly, and I'm just going to take it down into the corner of the eye, still doing lots of layers, and just bringing it down. What I'm going to do is change the angle slightly, and I'm going to use this side now just to pull down, just because it's a little bit more comfortable for my hand. So just bringing that down there into that section. So how is everybody this week? What have you been up to? So going to add some more layer into that, because that is quite dark. So I'm going to go over quite relatively slow, just to add in nice and dark. Can you see it smoking? Pulling down. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling down with the grain actually, just so I can fill it in. There was a bit of grain there that's not playing ball. I'm just bringing that down. So, and that needs to come down too.
While you're doing that, we'll give a quick shout out. Very quick tonight.
Yes.
We have, joining us tonight, we have Andrew from HEK Woodworks.
Hey up Andrew, hope you and Debbie are doing okay.
Himself, Mr. McJews.
Hey up Mick, how you doing? Right, so just bringing that across there. Hope everybody's doing okay this week. Been doing anything exciting this weekend? I was supposed to tile the kitchen this weekend, which is pretty boring, but it's something that I need to get done. And we just haven't had time, have we? It's been one of them weekends where everything's just gone off. So I'm just going to go around this fly as well, just to give it a darker edge, just here. So I'm using the sweeping motion, so sweeping backwards and forwards. And I'll either use one edge or the other edge, or depending on which way I'm holding my pen. So, yeah. Yeah, so we're still yet to tile. It's probably going to be a week thing, isn't it? Now.
Yeah.
Which is for me, yeah. So just bringing that in.
And hopefully we've cured the technical details from the technical problems from last week.
Ah, yes. Fingers crossed. Good old new install of OBS. Works a treat. Well, hopefully it works a treat anyway. So just bringing a bit of that dark across there. I'm assuming it reinstalled okay.
So Mick says he's been making acorn cheese boards for the upcoming show in Newark.
Nice.
He says sod them all, but I think he means sold them all.
Oh!
And had to start again.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. So actually I'm just going to bring, from this dark section here, I need to bring past this fly because it's relatively dark. So I'm just going to bring it down in a nice soft shade. I'm starting in the dark and blending it out just so it doesn't give me a burn blob.
And Dewey's Shed's joined us.
Hey up, Jewish Shed, how are you doing? There we go, just pulling that in because this bit here is relatively dark, but I just want to build up the layers gently. So still just pulling down, just so it gives me the soft edge to start with. And I'm going to go over again just to darken it down just on this side of this fly here. There we go.
Yeah, Tiski's because today our head's getting in the way.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I'll move that over there a little bit. I don't know, because the camera's so far up, I don't actually bang my head on it anymore, which means I don't know where it is in comparison to my big noggin. So I do apologise for all you can see his fluffy hair. No, bringing that down. Hopefully my head's not in the way. And you can
No, you're fine.
see what I do.
Just kept drifting over.
Sorry.
Every now and again.
It's because I'm trying to see what I'm doing. There we go, so that's adding that in, and obviously, actually, that shows, that section there that I've just done actually shows really light on the camera. And although it's light here, it's not quite as light as that. Let's try it again. There we go, just using that pulling motion. I'm going to go over this area again too. There's lots and lots of layers on here. And do it in layers because it's just easier to control. A lot easier to control. Just pulling that down. See, that's darkening down quite nicely now. Just figuring out where I am. This side of this fly. Moving around. This side of the fly here is also relatively dark, so I'm just going to use the sweeping motion going backwards and forwards just to get a few layers in there. I'm lifting my pen off every time, so I'm touching the wood. So if you imagine like it's a U shape and I'm touching it at the bottom of the U and then lifting it back up, because it reduces the amount of burn blob that you can get. So just trying to get that darker tonal value in that's at the side of that fly. Yeah, not everybody can see the reference photo, can they?
Of course they can.
Have you got one?
Yeah, look at that. As if by magic.
Oh look, you can see what I'm doing now. Perhaps need to get one that's zoomed in a little bit more next time. I think we've said that before though.
Yeah.
So just gonna go.
Mick says he's finished off a load of mice today. The last show I was at, folk were asking for them to glue on the skirting board for cats to play with.
Really? Glue on the skirting boards? We do put them on a spring. So I'm just going to get this area here darkened down a little bit. So I'm just going to add some more layers in. We've got a stripe of wood, the grain there that's sticking up a little bit. Well, it's not sticking up because you can't feel it, but the burn isn't going in. So just if you go with the grain of it, it tends to drop in then. It's just when you go across the grain, it decides it doesn't like it. So just bringing that down over there. That's it. And then from this wing, actually we're going to have to got a bit of a dark section just here. So I'm just going to blow this tip.
I apologise if this goes wrong. I'll try and sort it straight away. Oh no, it's done it.
Just to get this in, and I'm going relatively fast so I don't get the burn on the scorch.
The horse's eyes zoomed in slightly more.
Thank you. So there.
Nick says once they paid for them, they can do what they like with them.
No, I was just wondering what they were doing. You know, how they were I don't know. If you glue it onto the skirting board for the cat to play with, how is it playing with it? It's glued. That's what I say. Are they putting it on a spring or something so that it like dongs across, like one of those what's those door stoppers, isn't it? Just to glue a mouse onto it. Yeah, the spring door stoppers you get.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add another layer to this. There we go. You imagine our dog if we had one of those for cats.
Yeah.
She'd be there gnawing at the skirting board.
It wouldn't be on there long.
No. Our dog's a bit of a pain in the butt for the cat toys. She won't chew her own toys. Won't do anything with her own toys unless they've got treats in. But the cat toys, as soon as they're playing with something, she takes it off them and chews it to pieces. So.
Yeah, Mick says, not a clue. I wasn't that interested.
Oh, you've got to ask now, Mick. I need to know. So just going around that fly. So I'm moving quickly because I haven't changed the number. I'm still on a number 3, which sounds like a relatively low number, but for this machine, it's actually not. It's actually quite a high one for this machine. This one runs really high. So just adding in some layers, and I move the slower you go, the darker the burn, the faster you go, the lighter the burn. So I don't want to burn dark. So I want to build up the layers nicely. So I'm just moving faster, and I'm just moving in that swinging motion just to get it in nicely. I'm just going to come down here a little bit because all of this is going to be brown anyway. So just getting that in and building them layers up. So if I move a little slower, you can see that that's starting to build up now. Because I've already got that base layer on, it doesn't scorch. And it's about getting that base layer in so your naked wood doesn't scorch. Because it does if you don't get a layer in. So going slower again to build that up. And you can see it's starting to come together around that fly. I don't know why I chose a horse with fly on it. I didn't realise it got a fly on it until I was already doing it. So just coming around that bottom part of that wing. Oh, my head in the way ever. Did that dog just let rip? Nice. Nice. Oh my gosh, so ladylike. I do apologise if you could hear that.
It was Kez, really.
It was not me. I own mine. So just moving slow down the side of that fly's wing. And there. Just to get it a little bit darker. And then around. Like this. And then getting that shape in there. And then bring that around. And so I'm still using the side and I'm still using that swinging motion. There's no pressure on this pen because there just doesn't need to be any pressure on your pens. There we are. There we go. So that's coming along nicely now. Put that in there actually, just going around the top end of that. I'm quite sure I'm going to do that fly. That might take some thinking. Can't say as if ever wood burnt a fly.
I have.
Oh yeah, you have, yeah, last week. Hey, you got one up on me, darling. You've wood burnt a fly. What have you got for him this week anyway, Mick? So just pulling that in because it's got a bit of a line that comes down. It's a crease in the eye. So just pulling that and then darkening this bit here. So just moving backwards and forwards with that swinging motion, moving backwards and forwards just to lay down those layers on there. So what's everybody got planned next week? What you got planned next week? Anything good?
As little as possible.
Okay then. Get that bit in there, just there.
I've got painting next week.
You carrying on painting the kitchen?
Yeah.
He's decorating. He doesn't like painting, by the way. So just gonna pull that burn out a little bit. There we are. Yeah, you got painting, I got tiling. Besides that, I don't think... just bringing that dark burn down a little bit more. Just moving a little bit quicker because I don't want it to scorch. I want to be able to blend it nicely. There we go. I'm just going to do another layer on this one. I'm going crossways instead of down, just to be able to fill in anything that I didn't catch going down. So I'm just going to fill it in this way. There we go, and then we'll pull down again. There we go. That's looking good there. Still thinking about that fly. It's got a bit of a head bit there. You giggling out.
The Mick says, well, we had the rear end of a fly last week, so I've had the rear end of an elephant this week.
Oh dear me. You don't do it. So, trying to... I'm using the tip of this, but more on the side, so it's kind of like going that way. just to try and get a line in there for that fly. It's got a line on it, but not too much. I don't want a solid line. I'm trying to get a shade line on such a really tiny thing. It's quite difficult, really, but we'll work with it. So let's go over that way for the body.
Oh, we're attempting the fly.
No, I'm trying. I'm just gonna follow the lights and the darks, and we'll see how it turns out.
Worst case scenario, you shade it out.
You dead the flies. That's what Bitten was doing last week, wasn't it?
No, that's what she's saying you were doing.
Yeah. So just bring that in, and bringing that across there. Let's see if we can get that in. Let's see what this dear old fly looks like at the end. Pull that way. Trying to stay with the shape of the wings, but that coming that way. Trying to gently do this. Going up. Try it that way. This fly here is trial and error this week. Like I said, I've never done a fly before. It's actually quite weird trying to do translucent wings. See how realistic I can make this fly look. So just pulling that, and the reason why I'm pulling that is because the wings are off the body on this particular bit, so it's where the wings are there. And because you can see, because they're partially translucent, you can see part of the dark part, the inside eye of the horse. So these bits are actually quite dark. So
Give yourself a jumping off with that fly, didn't you?
I did, but there's no harm in a bit of a challenge every now and again, is there?
Mick says you need some bug eyes on that fly.
Nope. There's no bug eyes on it. I've painted a dragon on our chimney in the dining room, and it's the Gringotts dragon from Harry Potter, and it's flying above Gringotts. Well, it's actually stood on Gringotts and it's blowing fire out actually, and I haven't finished it quite yet, and I haven't painted him an eye on just yet. And I came downstairs one day and our 7-year-old had put a googly eye on the dragon. So he'd actually stood on a stool with a piece of blue tack and put this googly eye on this dragon. And he's like, yeah, he's got an eye now, Mum. It was funny though, but it looked really weird. It was there for ages. I don't know whether it's gone now, but I don't know whether he took it down or not. You didn't take it down, did you?
No.
No, I didn't either. I thought it was funny.
What is that to me?
No, I thought it was funny, so I was just going to leave it there actually and not paint an eye in. So just going around this bit here, and then I'm going to go in this section here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down to a number 2. Blow that, cool it down a bit, just because I need to get in there and I don't want to burn too much. Just to get the, what it is, it's the fly, but it's got like an undershadow on the actual fly and the horses, like the inside of the eye. It's starting to come together a little bit now. That there needs to be a little bit darker. Just like that. And this bit here does too. Just gonna...
This doesn't look like a fly from here.
Doesn't. No, it probably won't do yet. You got to build these things nice and slow. You can't just take a blowtorch to them and blow them away. You know, come on.
Oh, why not?
There we go. And then just getting that bit in there. And then, because I've gone down a little bit, it means I can just play in there a little bit more. Get that around there, so we can define that wing just a little bit more with that undershadow. So by darkening off the bit underneath, it brings this fly up a little bit. Just blending that out a bit, just because I could see it. So I'm just using the tip at the moment. There we go. Going around that fly, just so it builds that up a little bit more. Right. Go in that way there. And got a few lines on his body, giving him some lines. There we go. Concentration in this room. Just for a fly. I don't even like flies. There we go. Just doing a bit of scrumbling on here, just to get that darker. There we go. There we go, looks like a fly. Can't see if it's shining. There you go, looks like a fly.
Ish.
At least my bug-eyed fly don't look his butt. Oh dear me. Just trying to get that shine off there. It's not so bad there. Yeah. I'll leave that fly alone for a second. We'll come back to that. Just do his wing.
You just leave it alone. Oh, we'll just do that.
Yeah, I just spotted it. Yeah, you gotta do it when you spot it. There we go. So, let's get some of this in. So I'm just using this side bit here just to bring that burn down a little bit. Just moving backwards and forwards. It's kind of like the push, pull, swinging action, sketchy motion, whatever you call it. Whatever you call it. What on earth is she licking?
Your desk.
Okay. The dog's licking the leg of the desk. I'm not worried about her taking a bite, it's metal. She's not likely to do that. If she does, it'll hurt. So let's bring some colouring up here. So I'm going to turn this up again slightly. I'm going to go to 2.5 and see where we are at with that. See if that works. Just add some layers in. I'm going to go up again to 3 actually. Just move a little faster. There we go. So just using the edge. So I'll either use this edge or the other edge, depending on where we're at. Excuse me, depends on the angle actually. Just moving back and forth, trying to fill in some of that corner of the eye really. Just bring that down. There we go. I think this bit here is a punky bit in the wood, so it will, as you can see, look, it's burnt darker, same with that one, it will burn darker. What I'm going to do is burn either side of it now, and then at the end probably scrape a little bit of that off, just off that line, just so it blends in a little bit. It won't blend in all the way, but we can try for some of the blend. So just bringing that around and down there. Kind of what I'm trying to do now is do a bit of, move that, do a bit of like contour shading, so the shape of this eye. So we're kind of going to go over.
We need a Kez cam, you know, so we can get all these shots of these weird and wonderful angles you're moving to try and get around this.
Yeah, the extra camera just there. So yeah, I have to kind of move myself on my chair one way or the other. You probably hear it moving actually on the mic. Yeah, you never knew I was a pyrography contortionist, did you? An extra trait, and I didn't even know it. Trait, not a trait, is it? What is it?
Ability.
Trick. No. Not quite sure. Just bringing that up and over that burn. I'm going to go up again. I'm going to go to 3.5. I'm going to be daring today.
Push the boat out.
Yeah, that's the one, just to get these layers in. There we go. I'm just going to pull down, just because I want to get in between those grain lines. Although the wood was prepped, it naturally moves. It moves around, the grain does, so you find you can prep it completely flat, completely smooth, and then you come to it a few days later and it's moved everywhere, which quite often happens. But then obviously over the weeks that we've been taking to do this, it moves all the time, so with the heat and the cool down, etc. You're never going to stop it. Always happens. It's a natural product.
Yeah, because you're drying it out now, and then it'll naturally absorb the moisture in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's a natural product. You just have to work with it, really. You know, it's the beauty of a natural product, I suppose, as well. So just carrying on burning there, and it's really weird because you wouldn't think that you've got that and how sort of thick that is. Actually, the back of this wood here although there's burnings on there. The back of this wood is actually warm from burning on the front. You wouldn't think so though, would you? Of how thick it is.
Yeah, there's heat's transferring into it all the time.
Yeah.
That you're working on it.
Yeah. So it's it always happens. Just trying to fill in a bit of that shade on that horse's eyelid there before it goes up into there. And keep checking back at my reference photo. Always check your reference photo, never just follow your line art. I quite regularly get lost on line art. Well, you quite regularly get lost on everything, really. Especially getting further than the end of the driveway. So just building up these layers, really. Just adding them in. The fur is packed full of layers.
We didn't have a definition, did we, last week?
What do you mean?
Whether it's hair or fur.
No. You're going to Google it for me this week?
No.
Go on. Go on, Google it.
Oh, Google it.
Come on, you sat there doing nothing. What's up with you? Yeah. Yeah, last week we were trying to work out whether... Because obviously we have horse's hair, but is it hair on the face
It's
or
hair.
fur? It is hair.
It's hair.
Oh, so it isn't fur at all?
Nope, it's hair.
Ah. Learn something new every day. It is hair.
So stop calling it fur.
Yeah, there's some horsey person out there cringing at me. No, I didn't realise it was yeah, I didn't realise it was
Well, neither did I.
yeah.
So, every day's a school day.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I'm not sure I'd have learnt what parts of anatomy and types of fur and hair and stuff at school though. Did you?
You didn't go to school, so you
I
weren't
know,
going to lose
that's why I'm asking you. You went to school, that's why I was asking you. I didn't.
No, I can't say they did.
No. So, I wouldn't have learnt it even if I went to school.
Yeah.
No. There we go then. That second fly can wait there, I think. Tackling that one this time.
Now you've changed the angle of the picture, it does actually look a little bit more. The other one does look a bit more like a fly.
Fly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got an extra line here.
You've put an extra line in.
I think so.
If you didn't tell anybody, nobody would have known.
What's the fun in that? Yeah, I think I've put an extra line in.
Got carried away.
Yep, never mind. Let's get blending. This is how you fix an extra line. Yeah, I was looking at it thinking that's not quite right. I don't think it's quite right. And it isn't. Because that is the top line, just there. So let's darken that bit down.
I'm going to leave you with it a second.
Yes. Just turn it just in case anybody... Artistic license, Kez.
That was from the guys.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah. So just going to use the tip of this just to go backwards and forwards, so sideways motion, and we will sort, well, I will sort my line out. What we're just going to do is use the side and just blend in the these lines together. So just pull that down there. See, even I get it wrong sometimes. In all these, when you count in lines, it's I get confused counting. Must do. So there we go. It's not hard for me to get confused counting. There we go, and then just bring that down on towards that fly there. I'm not touching that fly right now though. Definitely not. Just using the swinging motion just to move backwards and forwards to get these lines in. We'll just get the shade in really, and then start blending this top one into this next one down. Because although I've burnt that one in dark, it really doesn't matter. We could get rid of it. Get rid of it by blending. And just going backwards and forwards in that swinging motion just to build up that burn, building up the layers. So what I'm going to do is, because of the way that the grain is going, it's moving, I'm just going to go up and down as well as, just so I can get in that grain, so we can blend that line in nicely. You see it's starting to disappear up here anyway. There we go. Horse nearly got an extra eyelid. I think that would have looked funny. Now just adding these layers. There we go. So right, I'm going to do across the grain now, just going this way, just to bring that line into the next one. Well, it's kind of bringing up that middle bit, bringing up the layers of the middle bit between the lines, so then it kind of doesn't look so prominent. And then we can make this line here just a little bit darker. Oh, sir, bring me coffee. Can't complain about that. Thank you very much. Having a swig of coffee. Oh, girl needs coffee. Thank you. So bringing that up and over. You can see now it's starting to blend in. There we go. Right, I'm just going to take this up to blend that line a little bit more, and we've got a bit of grain here to try and get in as well, so just making sure that it's well and truly covered really. There we are. There we go. Just getting that in, so that looks starting to look okay, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, it happens. It happens. So just bringing this line in a bit darker again, just so I can define and I know where I am. Because, as I've just shown you, I lose lines. Or add them in, whichever way you want to look at it. So just bring in that in there. There we go. You know what she's mothering you for now, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
Because you've been outside. She's mothering you for those things that begin with a T. There we are. So that line is back in there now. We've got a little bit up here with it, but it's not a problem because where the eyelid folds down, it goes, it's a little bit darker anyway. So we'll just make that bit there look like a fold. So bringing that across. So just still using the swinging motion, going backwards and forwards. There we are. Swinging motion allows me to take the tip of the pen off the wood either side of the swing, and it reduces the risk of the burn blobs. Some people call it the aeroplane motion.
Mick says, Phil, make sure Bernie is fueled up. Lots of gas involved at the rear end of the elephant.
He, believe it or not, he actually was filling it up earlier because he was cursing that he got to fill it up because it actually works better when it's not got as much gas in it. It doesn't burn quite so hot, does it?
No. Cheating last week, it was nearly out of gas.
Yeah, it was nearly out of gas, so he did quite well. So see what we'll end up with this week. So I've got a little bit of a burn bit, so I'm just going to bring down with that grain.
I'll just turn the reference photo off a minute.
Oh, do you want me to? I'll move it across a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just going with that grain of that wood there. It's got a little bit there that, if you watch, you can burn either side of it, but it won't burn there. So I'm just getting there. We got it. So, and it needs to be darker there anyway. Another bit up there. So obviously it's the same line. So what I'm doing is pushing upwards. I'm pushing upwards with the grain just to keep that burn relatively smooth. Because quite often you say the wood moves and you end up with it everywhere. I've got a line here, look. I just need to go with the grain. How am I supposed to draw an elephant's butt?
Look at me.
Mick, he can be some things to draw because he can't draw them.
I can mess a bird in it.
That's fine, that's fine. So I'm just going to pull down here and get some of this burn in here as well.
I want to know how it went from being a challenge Kez to Phil's job.
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I quite like it. I think it's because you were being a smart butt at some point. So we've challenged you instead. I do believe that's right, don't you, Mick? You and your nice smart comments as usual.
Always get me in trouble.
Yeah, you should think them in your head and not say them out loud. So just moving a little slower just to get that a little bit darker on there.
Nick says, Kez, not my fault. Phil still uses crayons.
He doesn't even use crayons, mate. He ain't got there yet. Can you colour in the lines?
Just about.
Can you? Are you sure? I think Cody gave up on you, didn't he? Yeah. Right. I'm going to have to go get you colouring later, aren't I? Get a box of crayons out. Right.
Won't be any time.
Just going to go up here. No, I mean at the table with the kids. I'm going to chuck the crayons on the table while you're eating your dinner.
No, I'll be travelling.
Oh, you will, won't you? Be fetching Ali. No, you won't be fetching him. You'll be taking him back.
Correct.
That's the one. That's all right. Stuff you lot. We're going to McDonald's for tea. Me and the kids are there. Good. On that note, I'm not thinking about McDonald's, honestly. Yeah, just keep. I'm going up there. I'm going with the grain of this wood just to keep the lines from appearing as much as possible. They'll always appear, but just trying to reduce them before I go cross grain. So just moving up and down in that to attempt to blend my mess up. There we go. So now we're going to go across grain. So going backwards and forwards this way. Just to get that in there. Anyway, Mick, have you been doing any burny recently? Because you were doing really well with your torch. So just... And as you can see, by going with the grain, I'm now able to... Actually, move that down a bit. I'm now able to go across the grain. There we go. So just adding some layers in here to rectify that. Now what I'm going to do here is start blending this part out a little bit. So
4 minutes to go.
oh, is that it? Wow, okay. Maybe I won't. Maybe you need to go and get your torch. Have you got your piece of wood? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a piece of wood.
You got a piece of wood.
We have a pencil.
Oh, happy drawing.
Nope.
Why not?
We'd be here forever, me trying to get a drawing right.
We'll see lots of Z's
Nick
in
says
it.
no, he hasn't been burning recently. He's been too busy on other projects.
Yeah. You have to burn your mice. Right, so what I'm going to do is leave it there for this week. Turn that off. Give that a zoom out so you can see it as a whole. There we go, and that's what we're sort of working with, and we're getting some of that darker bits in there, and obviously rectifying the extra line. Well, I am, and then obviously that will be sort of the eye fold once we've gone through that. But there you go. Sorry, holding it flat and it there, got it. So there we go. That is that. Right. Oh, find a picture. You can take your reference photo off now.
I might do.
Elephant.
Oh, and Lucy Bundy Rose joined us.
Hey up,
Afternoon,
Lucy. Oh, I've got no internet. It's telling me I've got no internet now. I'll have that. Try it on this. Try it on my phone instead. Give me a minute, guys. Just looking for an elephant's rear end. Oh, there we go. Do you want ears as well, Mick? Is it working now? Nope, even this one's gone now. There we go. What you got? That's the one I've just got, look. You didn't pick the same one.
I didn't pick it, you just was the first one that Google came up with.
There you go.
Yes, this is mixed request.
Yeah, mixed request. An elephant's back end. So let's have a go. Let's have a go. Put that there. Dearie me, dearie me. Oh. He's good. Oh dear. It's drawing time first. Up there. And down here. And there. So. What's the matter with you?
I had a fly being swatted by the tail.
Yeah. He's got his danglies in there.
You chose the picture.
You chose the picture.
Ouch.
Oh, dearie me. Got some danglies in, look. Mick, I swear to God, your fault.
Oh, Lucy says we won't be seeing us at Harrogate. Has decided not to go.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Would have been lovely to see you guys again. Oh my God, seriously. Never thought today I'd be doing elephants. Yeah. Butts, shall we say. There we go. There's... Oh, I've done his ears and I ain't got his head in. That's his head.
No, we're not going to get that much detail.
There we are, and then
Yeah, Lucy says it's a bit too far and a bit too costly as Andy's been off for a month.
yeah. How is he after his operation? Well, he did go for an operation, didn't he? I know Lucy went for one. There we go. Elephant. Elephant's rear end, as requested by Mick Hughes.
So now it's blowtorch time.
Yeah, now it's blowtorch time. It was only nearly blowtorch time last time. Right, switch.
Switcheroo.
Yep, good luck with that. But... oh my gosh.
This is not going to go well.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, no idea. Oh, where do you start?
With the elephant? Oh, do you want the picture?
No,
Why?
I'm not that artistic.
Right, can you... Come on, doggo, this way. This way. Come on. Please. Stay. There we go. Yeah, I can imagine it is very costly from coming from where you are, Lucy. He's all good. Currently sat building a Lego kit. Oh, that's the best thing to do. I was building Lego dragons with our 7-year-old the other day. Absolutely brilliant.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Oh, we got a spotted butt.
I was trying to keep it relatively...
Mick Jews. Phil, if you can have a couple of weeks off after... you can have a couple of weeks off after this. I'm at the show next weekend, and then it's Harrogate. Well, I'll be off for Harrogate, so we won't be here that weekend. We're not going to get back in time. And Lucy said it's not just the trip, but putting the dog in kennels for the weekend too. Bit far for a day. Yeah, it is a little bit far. And then obviously, yeah, kennels can be costly, can't they?
Yeah, I'm managing to colour in between the lines, but I can't say as it's very
You ain't
good.
colouring in between them lines. Have you seen State
Which
of that?
line am I following on that?
Don't know, but don't burn my desk.
I didn't know elephants had antennas.
That's not an antenna. That's its ears.
I'm following that line or that line?
That's the underside of its ear, there and there, and that's the top side of its ear. That's what I said. Did you want the picture? Oh, he's building a Lego Technics yacht. Wowee. Technics is some kind of Lego. It's on a new level, that is. Yeah, look. Look. Dark, light. Follow the darks and follow the lights.
Easier said than done with this.
You got a spatula in your hand. Well, not a spatula,
I know.
a thingamajig. A trowel.
Yeah. We've also got a desk there. I'm trying not to
I wonder
burn.
how detailed the dangling is. Oh dear me.
So that bit needs to be darker.
Yeah, it's, that's why I brought the photo up for you. That's the underside of his ears. Lucy. £1.27 on eBay. Whoa! For Technics, that's like ridiculous.
This isn't looking very good, you know.
We can't win them all. Your fly was great. You burnt that elephant's butt. You burnt it. You mean you aren't sending you to a zoo again? Oh, look at that! Yay! You banged your head on the camera, didn't you?
Yep. I'm taller than you.
I can't believe you've done that for £1.27. I love a bargain. Yeah, I love a bargain too. You managed to get a Lego Technics set for £1.27 on eBay.
Well, we definitely got Spotty Elephant now.
I've been looking at Nintendo, well, the SNESes and the Game Boys, the original grey Game Boys on eBay.
Uh-oh.
And I've been waiting for a...
Yeah, just try not to burn round.
trying to get a good bargain with that.
Oh. He's not so singed.
Excuse you, this is child friendly. Yeah. Lucy says that she thinks Andy and her enjoy the Lego more than the kids.
Yeah.
I think that's me and Cody, isn't it? Me and Cody just love it. Nobody else likes it. We were doing the Harry Potter dragon, the Hungarian horntail.
Right, try and do these.
Yeah, you need to define them a little bit more, you know. Mixer's just made his eyes water.
There you go. Let's just stop that burning.
Yeah, please. I bought a silicone mat to go under there about 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't put it under there yet.
Oh, that's just singeing now. Try and get it.
Don't burn me board. I'm doing Dobby at the moment. I haven't got a Dobby yet. I'd like a Dobby, I think. We did have a Lego, the castle, and me and my 7-year-old Cody got it pieced together, and we got 3 bags left out of 29 bags of Lego. And we literally got 3 bags left, and I had to put it down for a week because I was working and doing all sorts of other things. And when I came back to it the week later, he'd taken it all apart, and now he'd lost all the pieces.
He robbed all the interesting bits.
Yes, he robbed all the interesting bits, because inside there was like what's it? there was like a miniature chessboard, etc., and stuff like that from the first film in the dungeons and stuff. And he'd robbed all those bits out, so he'd pulled it all to pieces.
Don't look, mate.
So wasn't happy. He's not having any babies. We've also been watching Lego Masters Australia. I've not seen that. I might have to have a look at that.
There you are. You didn't know that elephants were spotted, did you?
No, I didn't realise we got a crossbreed between elephants and Dalmatians. Is it a Dalephant? Hey. Or an Elimation? Which one do you prefer?
Oh no! That top layer just singed off.
I have a kingfisher to do. I haven't. No, I don't get very many Lego bits for myself. I buy it for the kids and do it myself. Well, do it with one of the kids anyway. But my eldest son, bought me the dragon a year ago, and I hadn't had chance to do it because I was trying to find a time where Cody wasn't going to steal all my pieces. And in the end, I've just ended up doing it with him. It's a binge watch, yes, definitely. What's it on?
There you go. That's as good as you're getting. Your spotty elephant.
Okay then. Well, there you go, folks. Spotty elephants. Oh dear me. Right. Can you bring me the camera back, sir, please?
Yeah, I'll bring the other camera back for you.
Thanking you very much. So there we go. Eyes and elephants. Well, sort of. Dalephant or what was it?
Something.
Elimation. Not quite sure, but it's a cross between a Dalmatian and an elephant.
4 on demand, apparently.
4 on demand. Thank you. I shall get the boy on that one. So, right. Thank you very much for joining us this week on our crazy adventure of horses' eyes and Dalmatian elephants. And we will be back next week, but we won't be back the following week, because following week's Harrogate, isn't it?
It is.
Is it, or is it the week after?
It's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. Okay, so we won't be here for the 16th, 17th, 18th. That weekend. We won't be here for that.
That's easy, just saying you won't be here Harrogate weekend.
Not everybody knows what Harrogate weekend is.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be here next week, but not the week after. So we will see you again next Sunday to hang out and burn some wood. See you later, guys. Bye. Care.